Good morning and welcome to the first episode of CGN, the Crazy Good News Network. I'm Craig Miller, and I'm tired of all the woe is me and doomsday news, talking about how bad things are. I think we're living one of the coolest and best times in human history, and it's time we started talking about it. I have no idea if anybody's going to watch this, but I know we have at least one faithful supporter, and if we can get a shot of the audience, here she is, Princess Buttercup. Oh, Princess Buttercup is so excited. So let's get started. So here is your first dose of Crazy Good News. Crazy Good News is brought to you by Insurance Happiness, and that's not an oxymoron. They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I don't know if that's true, but I do know that there are now 10 varieties of apples that were once thought to be extinct that have been discovered by the good people at the Lost Apple Project. And that's right, that is a real thing. People who go out there looking for lost versions of apples. I think that's good news. We need more yummy things in our lives. These are 10 new varieties of apples that we all thought were extinct, and now they're there. That's 10 more ways to maybe keep the doctor at bay and stay healthy. Speaking of doctors, the next doctor in our story is a very unusual one. Let's check it out. Let me introduce you to Dr. Loki, or as his friends call him, Dr. Loki. Loki is a Rottweiler living in Baltimore who's on the front lines of helping people get well. Loki is a pup with loads of empathy and personality who's found a way to help people even in the time of the stay-at-home orders. Let's take a look here at Loki's friend, Caroline Benzel. She's going to share a little bit about what they're doing to make America a better place.
I've never met a dog that's like so empathetic. It truly gives patients who are stuck in the hospital a sense of home, and it really can change their whole outlook and the positivity that the patient has, which is huge for their recovery. What we've been doing now is the digital therapy dog visits. I will FaceTime in, and Loki and I will go and sit outside in my mom's front yard and hear the birds. They can see people walking by. During those FaceTime visits, that's where I was seeing the masks doing the damage to the nursing staff, the doctors, the social workers, because everyone, custodians to doctors, are all required to wear it. And that's where the Hero Healing Kits kind of came about. It made me think that there's something even small that they could get to kind of help with their skin irritation. And also, given that Loki is a beloved member of the UMMC staff, I figured associating her face with it would kind of also be another sense of comfort that the hospital members could have just from getting these kits. We've gotten about 1,400 kits. She truly is an amazing dog, and it's been such a blessing to be able to kind of give her, be able to kind of spread her personality and share it with the hospital system as a whole.
Wow, that is awesome. Way to go, Dr. Loki. Okay, coming up in a few minutes, I'm going to show you how to scientifically find happiness. But first, let's turn to good news in the environment. So what's going on in the environment? There's been a lot of bad news in the environment, but here's some really great news. A newly developed enzyme can now break down plastic in a matter of hours. A French company by the name of Carbios is responsible for this breakthrough, and they're already partnering with companies like Pepsi and L'Oreal to bring an industrial market scale production of this substance within the next 5 years. That means we can keep using the plastic, but we'll be able to recycle it and reuse it. This is crazy good news right there. This is the world's first biological solution to all of our plastic. Now, let's talk about happiness. Okay, let's talk a little bit about happiness. Everyone wants it, but how do you get it? UC Berkeley has a very popular class on science-based principles and practices on how exactly to get a meaningful and happy life. And now anyone can take the class online for free. Here are the instructors of the class to tell you a little bit more.
Imagine that scientists have created a happiness machine. A machine that could make you as happy as you'd like with just the push of a button. Would you use it? Would you push the button? I've asked that question of my students for years, and most of them say no. Most of them want to find true happiness on their own in a genuine way. But how do you do that?
That's where science comes in. For the past decade, researchers have been developing a roadmap for the pursuit of happiness, suggesting, for instance, that roughly 40% of our happiness is determined not by our genes, but by our daily activities. It's up to you. I'm Emiliana Simon-Thomas.
And I'm Dacher Keltner. Here at UC Berkeley's Greater Good Science Center, we've been part of the scientific movement to identify the sources of a happy, meaningful life. And we've made some valuable discoveries. And we would like to share these findings with you to help you unlock the secrets to a happier life, healthier relationships, stronger communities.
That's where this course comes in. The Science of Happiness is the first MOOC to teach this research, with presentations from some of the world's top experts on the subject, like Sonia Lubomirsky, John Kabat-Zinn, Paul Ekman, and Barbara Fredrickson. They'll join us in covering topics like mindfulness, compassion, and gratitude.
Together, we'll tour this field that some call positive psychology. We'll explore why writing down things you're grateful for can strengthen your immune system and improve your sleep, how meditation can actually change your brain for the better, and why spending money on others is actually better for your happiness than spending on yourself.
Along the way, we'll devote special attention to the links between happiness and human connection, kindness, a commitment to something greater than yourself.
But we're going to do more than tell you about the science of happiness. We're going to help you experience it firsthand. Each week, you'll try out research-tested methods for boosting happiness and strengthening your meaningful connection to others. And you'll be able to track your progress over time and discuss it all with your classmates.
So please join us for the Science of Happiness. We'll put the secrets to happiness at your fingertips with just the click of a button.
Well, it seems happiness might just be at your fingertips. And finally today, let's check out the human connection. We have some teenagers in Canada who are responsible for bringing happiness and joy to seniors who are isolated in your home. A team of Canadian teenagers has created a hotline that plays pre-recorded messages of positivity. The hotline is updated regularly with jokes, stories, guided meditations, and educational messages. A link to their website and hotline is down below this video. There's so much crazy good news out there, and I know that you know about it. So if you know of some crazy good news happening, whether it be a business or an individual, submit it in the comments below, and maybe it can be featured, or maybe we can interview them. This is Crazy Good News, brought to you by Insurance Happiness.